Alright, so there's a very easy way of doing this, of finding inverses. That's essentially you can use it all the time, and it basically never fails, I don't think. So let's just use that way, okay? And here's I'll write it I'll write it steps. Step one, okay? You switch in the equation, legit. Don't change anything else. Switch X and Y, or switch, or even flip, whatever, however you want to call it. But you're literally going to just switch them and keep everything else the same. Okay, that's important. Everything else needs to stay the same. Okay, that's all that we're going to do to start off. So the Y, which I just didn't mean to do that, so I'm going to do this. All right, and then the X. Okay. So I want to switch those. So what this becomes is x equals 3y plus 6. That's what that becomes. Okay, all I did was switch the x and the y. That's all that I did. Everything else stayed the same. Nothing else changed. Nothing else. Just that. Okay, and then the second thing that I'm going to do, which is really the last thing that I have to do, is now get y alone. Get y alone again. Get y alone. Get it alone with algebra. Get it alone with algebra. Okay. So I just want to keep in mind that we have x equals 3y plus 6. I'm going to clear this, and then I'm going to rewrite x equals 3y plus 6. Okay. So I only had two things to do, and the first one was this. Okay. Second one is going to be now get y alone. So I'm going to use algebra, and I'm going to balance both sides. Start by balancing both sides by subtracting 6. Okay, I subtract 6 from both sides, and the reason why I do that is because now I'm one step closer to getting y alone. And now the only other thing I have to do is do the opposite of multiplying by 3 on this side. And in balancing both sides, I just divide by 3. And this is going to give me y alone. This will give me y. Y is now alone. And it's going to be alone. Just all alone. Right there. Okay. And so y is alone. And actually, this is the answer. Okay. This is the inverse of the function above. Okay, how can I check this? I don't really feel like making this video that much longer, but here's how I can check it. Let's say I put a 2 in here. Okay, let's say I put a 2 in for x here. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. So that's going to give me a 12. So if this actually is the inverse, then when I put in a 12, I should get out a 2. Well, let's try it. I put in a 12 here. 12 minus 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So that works. This is, in fact, the correct inverse function from the one above.